guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at ghosts caught on camera. This is my favourite kind of thing because I know that sometimes like they're fake or whatever, but I just love when you can't find an explanation for certain photos, and I just love those sorts of like creepy, off-putting photos. First, I just wanted to thank everyone again for all the support that I've had lately. It's been great, I love it. And also just came out, I know my hair looks dirty, I wanted to film this before I had a shower, so yeah, ignore that. But anyway, yeah, if you enjoy these videos, just subscribe because I make loads of this kind of thing, and I have got a sort of vlog that I've been filming over the past week which will be coming soon. I'll link the article down below, but it's got like a block of writing and then the photo, which I will insert fully on the screen so you can have a good look at it and pause it or whatever. And I have had a little skim through, and these are the sorts of things that I absolutely love, and if you do too, then enjoy. Apologies if the angle's changed, I just had to go and do something, but let's hop right in. So this first one's called Monet's Ghost. If you don't know who Monet is, I didn't either, I just had a little look. He's a French painter, famous painter who died in 1926. You've definitely heard of Monet, right? Well, now you have if you haven't before. In one of the most interesting real ghost sightings we've ever come across, Monet was apparently snapped at the Cleveland Museum of Art whilst they were holding an exhibit dedicated to the French painter. The director of the architecture at the museum was simply taking photographs of the interior and ended up snapping a photo of a rather snazzy looking chap who bore quite the resemblance to Monet himself. Perhaps he was returning to take a look around the exhibit. Of course, there was no one on the balcony at the time the photo was taken, and if you have a look, there is a clear resemblance. Easy to fake, I understand, but this one is still chilling to me. The second one says Leeds General Infirmary. Hospitals are well known for being spooky places, particularly at night. It might not be one of the most well-known ghost sightings in the UK, but this snap taken at Leeds General Infirmary by Andrew Milburn shows a nurse or a child fleeing into a room in the hospital corridor. He took the photograph as a way to simply show his girlfriend where he was in the hospital, as he worked there every day, not knowing what the photograph showed until he viewed it more closely. Andrew had always been sceptical about ghosts, but seeing this figure changed his mind. Oh, I've just looked at that photo for the first time. That is chilling. Oh, that's so interesting. Wow, that's crazy. Next one says Ghost of a New Home. Looking for more ghost sightings in the UK? This photo, taken by Michelle Midwinter in England, Midwinter is such a nice last name, was simply a way for her to show an image of her new house to her family and friends. She'd gone outside, snapped a photo and returned to the inside of the house, where she noticed the face staring back at her from the bottom right window of her house. When you zoom in, you can clearly see a nose, eyes, shoulders, the face of a man staring back at you. Michelle posted the image online and was eventually contacted by a historian local to her area, who believed that the apparition in the image could have been a man known as the Old Man Kent, who was thought to be a murder suspect back in 1860. Initially, Michelle dismissed this image as nothing more than reflections and refractions of light from the flowers outside of her window. But following further paranormal sightings and activity within her house, such as cold spots and lights flickering, it seemed that Michelle is now a believer. This photo is haunting. Obviously, you can't see the whole thing from what I've inserted here, but it's horrifying, so creepy, bone chilling, just so, I hate it so much, so disturbing. I hate this one. This might be my least favourite one so far. This next one says baby scan ghosts, which sounds quite interesting to me. A pregnant woman from Liverpool, Rebecca Malia, claimed to have been able to see the ghost of her deceased mother in a baby scan. In one of the more unusual sightings of ghosts we've come across, when Rebecca had the baby scan photograph back and when she was able to take a bit of time to look over the image, she immediately recognised the face of her mother to the right of her baby. Rebecca unfortunately lost her mother to kidney cancer before she fell pregnant, after her mum had battled cancer for 3 years, and the family says they always feel the presence of Rebecca's mother even today. This one is really, really strange. I'm getting really hot, so I need to take my jumper off. This one is really, really strange. It does look like it resembles a face. I wouldn't personally, if I saw that in my baby scan, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's someone. I'd think it was just part of the image or a little glitch or something. But if that's what she believes it is, that is very bone chilling. This next one says Nottingham Galleries of Justice. Perhaps one of the very best ghostly sightings caught on film is this spooky black figure by Simon Brown, qualified parapsychologist. He was spending the day at the Old Galleries of Justice with his brother and was simply taking autographs of the building and goal. Although Simon says he didn't notice anything whilst he was taking the images, When he downloaded them onto his computer, he noticed what appeared to be a black figure made of shadow that seemed to have walked through a brick wall. Staff at the galleries had corroborated Brown's story, saying that they too have seen similar figures and experienced similar paranormal encounters, but have not been able to capture anything on film. Brown also mentioned when he was discussing the figure that it appeared to be in turn of the Century prison address, dragging a leg behind him as though he was in claims. This one's horrible. I hate this one. I have nothing more to say. It's so creepy, the way the photo is taken and how it's just so like casually down there. I don't know. This next one says, ghost of a drowned girl. That's really sad. Sightings of ghosts aren't always scary. Sometimes they can bring with them feelings of peace or harmony. Very true. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those stories. Oh, Kim Davidson was swimming in a lake with his friend and their combined 3 children. They took a photograph. So far, so normal. When the photograph came out, there was a ghostly figure of a girl behind the group who looked like she was leering behind the family. It's a scary image. Once Kim saw the extra figure in the image, she contacted historians as well as paranormal experts in the community. And it's now thought that the girl in the photo may be the ghost of Doreen O'Sullivan, a girl who died by drowning in the lake back in 1930. This one is really, really sad, but the photo it's just so clearly there. It's horrible. I don't know. It just gives me such a gut-wrenching feeling. This next one says party ghost. Ghost sightings often include children, and this image is no exception. In this image, a group of friends pose together whilst getting ready for a party. A small child runs across crying to the right of the image, and if you can just about see it, there's a small child between the second and third people in the image. Apparently, the reason why the little girl to the right-hand side of the image was crying was because she'd felt someone push her in the small of her back just a few seconds before the image was taken, but of course, there was no one responsible for pushing her. She'd originally been standing where the ghost is seen in the image, so it seems like a ghost had pushed her out of her way so that she could be seen. This one is so creepy with the backstory of that little girl on the right crying. This one just gives me the weirdest feeling. It's really, really odd, and you can clearly see that looks like a child's face. It sort of looks like the child's face who's in the photo, the one who's crying. It sort of looks like her face, but this last one says first dance. One of the more recent ghost sightings in internet history is this image collected by ghost chasers Toowoomba. It shows a husband and wife taking their first dance, and it's a lovely photo. But in the shaft of life, to the right of the couple, there's an image of a girl who looks as though she wants to get in on the fun. This is probably one of those rare ghost sightings where the whole sighting is relatively innocent, but we can never be completely sure. This one is really, really strange, because it looks like a sort of play on the light, but it so clearly looks like someone's there, and it's really, really odd. As a little bonus, I'm going to share my story and my photo of my personal ghost sighting. I've told this story before when I was talking about my personal paranormal experiences in a few videos back, but in case you didn't watch that, here's the story. So me and my friend were staying at my grandma's house, and there was this walkway by the beach, and there were houses, the walkway, the beach. We were in the pub with our mums, and then we decided to go on a walk along the little walkway, sort of opposite the beach. The sun had just gone down, so it was just starting to get dark, and we both stopped in our tracks at the exact same time for like 30 seconds before I said, "Do you see what I'm seeing?" And my best friend, she said, "Yes, I do. What is that?" And there was just a woman standing in front of one of the houses. She was like half transparent and completely grey, and we both were just in shock. And I took a photo really quickly, which was the best thing, I think the best decision I've ever made, because this photo is insane, before running back in to go and get our mums to show them. So this is the photo. There's another backstory to it, but go watch that other video. I think it's called like My Personal Paranormal Experiences or something like that. A few videos back, it's in my storytelling playlist. So yeah, that's 8 plus my own ghost caught on camera, ghost sightings sort of thing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be back in very soon to talk about absolutely nothing. Bye.